I want to reel things back real quick, man. For everybody that's on Fly Algo, I want y'all to understand that I have made this indicator to simplify trading for you. I do not want this to be hard. Everything that's within this indicator is a part of my strategy. A lot of people will come across a new strategy and try to remix it by bringing in things that you've done prior to a strategy that you haven't quite got used to yet. And that's the biggest thing with Fly Algo. I'll see people ask me questions, man, what should I be trading it on? Can I use it with these candles? Can I do this? Can I do that? I want y'all to understand the settings on default are the settings that I use to execute my trades. So that's what I want you to use. Until you understand what you're doing, I don't want you doing it your way. The settings are there for you to be successful doing it the way that I intend. The point is for you to get full time frame continuity entries. That's going to give you the momentum to take advantage of the move that's being made. The reason why that's important is for all my options traders out there, you know, time is of the essence. We need the stock to move ASAP. So we cannot be in trades where we're caught up in chop. We cannot be in trades where the stock is going against us because we don't have the luxury of time to do that. So I want y'all to understand that time is everything when it comes to entering trades and monitoring trades. And that's the reason why I have the algo set up the way that I have it set up. Now, the first thing that I want you all to do with the algo is put it back on the default settings. If you changed anything, go to default and go to reset settings. Now, I have a lot of different features on the default settings that you can turn off if it gets too busy for you. And I'm going to do that in the next update. But if it's too busy for you, like with the support lines and we got resistance and, you know, automated trend lines, the 200 things of that nature, if that's too busy for you, you can go in your settings right here and you can cut it off. So I can cut off the pre-market levels. I can scroll down. I can turn off the 200, but I'm going to leave them on the 200 for now. You could turn off the weekly open, the 50% retracement. You could turn off the entries if you wanted to. You could turn off the gaps, but we're going to leave the gaps. I like to turn on the bar numbers. You know, for all my strategers out there, I like to turn on the bar numbers. But you could turn off support and resistance, and you could turn off the trend lines. So that will make it a little bit more cleaner for you on your charts, right? So now that things are clean, I want y'all to understand how this thing works. Now, you see this signal that has a buy right here? That was on Monday, right? Because the signals are going to alert for you when you get over that open or below that weekly open. On mine, the default settings is on a week, so I go off of the week open. But let's say you chose it for the daily, or if you chose it for the 4 hour or for the month, it's going off the opening of that candle. So that's when you're going to get the alerts. So the buy for this hit yesterday at 575.77 because we got over the week open. So it's telling you to buy over the week open. Now, what's more important than that is I like to monitor and enter my trades by looking at the daily. The reason why the daily is important for me to do so is because I'm trying to get full time frame continuity. So as soon as that daily and that weekly align, that's when big things can happen. So I don't need to monitor the week. I don't need to monitor the 4 hour. I don't need to monitor the 15-minute. The level right before full time frame continuity is the daily. So when that daily and that weekly line up, that's when I can get my move, right? Now, if we go into last week on QQQ, I told y'all when price got below 524, then it was going to be a nice move to the downside. The reason why I told y'all this is because on Monday, we had a buy, right? We was above the week open. So that meant on the actual week, we were bullish, right? Now on Tuesday, we ended up gapping up and then price rejected and started to come down. And I told y'all, set your alerts for a sale, because if price flips at that week open, we're going to get a strong move, because that's full time frame continuity to the downside. So the 15 minutes to the daily had lined up as soon as the day got below 525.59, right? So all of those lined up. All we needed was the week to go full time frame. On Tuesday, we ended up dumping to a low of 513.28. Last Tuesday got ugly at the jokes. And I told y'all, as soon as 10 o'clock a.m. hit, we were going to make a decision. And that's what we did. Literally, as soon as the jokes data came out, the market dumped and it went crazy. So literally, all you had to do was set your alerts for the downside. And I don't want y'all to complicate this. To set your alerts, all you have to do is right click add an alert. You'll see condition, go to fly algo, and you'll have a buy or a sell alert. In this case, you wanted to flip, so you needed the sell alert. Now, we're literally in that same situation right now, but it's some things that we got to handle first, right? We got CPI coming out tomorrow. We had PPI today, but we're literally in the same situation that we were in on last Tuesday. So you got to ask yourself, what am I going to do based upon the data that comes out tomorrow? Now, I want y'all to understand this. On QQQ, if you're looking at QQQ right now to trade, we got a buy signal on fly algo, right? Because we're above the week open on Monday, which is at 501.20, right? Now, I want y'all to understand something. If price got back below 501.20 tomorrow, then QQQ is going to dump. Simple as that. But you got to think to yourself, how do I know that QQQ is going to be bullish, and where do I need to enter for calls to make sense? If we get data that the market likes and we're above 505.08, then we're going to get a bullish move. That was the close for the day. You want to enter off the close. So if you're looking at this right now, you see we had an entry off of that previous close on a buy, right? And then we pushed up. It's the same situation. If price is above that previous close, then you're going to enter on calls and you're going to make your money, you know? But we're going to know what it is at 8:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow once we get CPI. We're going to see if the market likes that data or if it doesn't. Now, the second side of the game, the ATR levels. So what I want y'all to understand what ATR levels is, the ATR levels is data for you to know how the stock has been moving for the last 2 weeks. So on QQQ, we got an ATR of $8.66. So you know that based upon the ATR, QQQ has been moving at $8.66, give or take. If you look at it today, we had a low of 501.59 and we had a high of 510.16. It all makes sense, right? So QQQ has definitely been moving based upon that ATR. But I want y'all to understand something. When you get that momentum signal and that ATR aligns, that's going to let you know where price is going to go on that particular day. Now, if you choose to swing and you want to know where your target is, then you'll go to the week. The week ATR levels are updated once a week on Monday, right? So let's say after tomorrow, CPI data is good, right? And we start to push up. If price get above 509.25, 9 times out of 10, it's going to push for 515. I'm telling y'all that right now. If the market likes this data and we start to push, it's going to push by the end of the week to that ATR. If price doesn't like the data tomorrow, you see 498.44 is the target to the downside, right? And that's where price is going to push by the end of the week. So it's telling you, based upon the ATR, I'm giving you an entry and I'm giving you a target. But you need to know who's in control. And you will know who's in control by the signals. Full time frame is letting you know the buyers are in control on a 15-minute. The buyers are in control on a 1 hour. The sellers are in control on a 15-minute. The sellers are in control on a 1 hour. The sellers are in control on a 4 hour. Full time frame is letting you know who's in control, and you don't want to trade against that. If y'all remember earlier, I had gave y'all 2 levels that's still here. I gave y'all a level for calls on Apple, and I gave y'all a level for puts, right? Now, I want y'all to understand something. With calls, you had to break above that previous close from, what was that, Friday? You had to break above that previous close from Friday, right? That would have set you up to push to the upside, which is still possible tomorrow based upon what happens with CPI. Still a level that could possibly get hit, right? But I also told y'all, if price go back to that week open, it can get ugly. Now, if you want to take it to the next level with your entries, I gave y'all the way to find momentum. I gave y'all the way to get your entry based upon a previous candle. But it's another little trick of the trade, which is the big 3. The big 3 is right here. You need to add that as well. Because most times you're going to get a fail 2 before anything happens as far as, getting to that week open. The fail 2 today on Apple was at 234.67, which would be your entry. That was the previous high, right? Then you got a 50% retracement, which is where we went. Damn near the 50% retracement was at 232.20. We went to 232.47, right? So you would have took your entry at 234.67, rolled it down to 232.20, right? Now, by the time you at the 50% retracement, depending on the contract you get, you can fight and see if price is going to break that 50% retracement. If it does, it has the potential to go 3 on that candle, which is an engulfing candle. An engulfing candle is simply a candle that has taken out the previous high and the previous low. That's how you know that candle is coming to the downside. If it's coming to the upside, it will take out the previous low and break above the previous high. And it will be a purple candle. So you see this candle right here? It's a purple candle. It's a 3-bar candle. When it takes out both of these levels, that's when it goes 3. And that one candle can get you paid what you want to see. This is the thing. You can set alerts for that as well. All you have to do is right click, go to add an alert, go to FLI Big 3 and set your alert. And now you got an active alert. So my alerts are always set. Let me go to my alerts down here. Where is Apple, Apple, Apple? You see I had a big 3 that triggered on the day. So I got that big 3, right? And I also got the sell alert on the day as well when we hit that week open. So I'm not telling you nothing that I don't do already. And I set all 4 of these. So what I like to do on the daily is I like to set an alert for a buy signal, and I like to set an alert for a sell signal, right? And you can reset these because some of them are going to trigger, so you can reset them how you like. But the thing is, the reason why I set both is so I only have to set it one time, and I can just reset it day to day. I don't have to do too much, right? So after I set it, the buy alert and the sell alert on the day, I'll set my big 3 alert on the day. So now I got 3 alerts. I got the buy alert on the day, I got the sell alert on the day, and I got the big 3 alert on the day. The next alert I like to set is the big 3 on the week. So I'll change it to the week, and I'll set it for the week. Now, with that being said, I can catch any move that I need to make, whether it's bullish or bearish, right? I already know where we got to go for the downside to make sense tomorrow on Apple, right? I already know that we got to stay below that week open, right? I also understand that if we got bullish data and we start to push up and we start to break these previous levels, especially this level from Friday at 236.85, I already know that we're going to get a fail 2 on the week, and we'll start to push to the upside. So that could potentially be a 3 to the upside on this weekly candle. So I already know either way on Apple, the levels I need to win, whether it's to the downside or to the upside, and it's that simple, y'all. I can literally tell you what needs to happen on any single candle just like this, simply because I got the big 3 and fly algo up. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else. I want y'all to understand that. I do not need anything else. My strategy is already there. And that's what I want y'all to understand. This is all based upon my strategy. I've just been able to code this into an indicator so I don't forget anything now. Because that's the problem. A lot of times we'll have a strategy, we'll have rules, we'll have different things, but trading is emotional. So as soon as you get to those charts, you find yourself forgetting things. And if you make one simple mistake, it's over with. Now you done got yourself cooked because you forgot a simple step. I don't want y'all in that situation. I don't want to be in that situation. I have the tools I need to let myself know if my entry makes sense. And I have the tools to let me know if my trade is cooked and if I need to cut that trade. I have everything that I need to know. And the dope thing about it is, y'all know we got bots that tell you the flow of different stocks, and it gives different call outs and things of that nature. But honestly, all you need is the algo. If you trade the right ticker, you can literally just focus on that ticker, y'all.